Hello everyone, welcome to another ES swing analysis. This is August 12th, Friday afternoon, and this is a swing analysis going into August 15th, the week of August 15th. Let's jump into the analysis. This is a 20-year monthly chart, and let's first look at our calendar. Going into August 15th, we do have the CPI results coming out there. We do have FOMC minutes coming out there, and again the Fed balance sheet, that's okay, and we have the jobless claims. So I would say it will be a little bit choppy going to next week because of all these economic events, but let's see what are our ranges in which we can trade. We'll draw some trend lines here and start with simple trend lines on the monthly. So I can see one trend line is going this way. And let me also make it a little bit more precise. I want the trend lines to touch as many tops it can and then touch as many bottoms. That did not go that well, so we will try again. So somewhere around like here from the top and right around that makes more of a trend line, good trend line. And we can see that it's almost there touching that trend line. If you can see from here, when it comes and touches the trend line, tries to bounce back, try to break it, and that was for month of Feb, March, and April. 3 months it tried to break that trend line. Once it broke that trend line, it sold off, and now it is right at the top of that trend line, sorry, bottom of the trend line, and trying to break that trend line. So keeping that in mind, I would say around 4300 where we have a resistance. So I'll give that range somewhere like 4310 to 4315. And let me put that as monthly resistance here. And I will put that as a 4310. That looks good. One thing I want to bring to your notice is the volume here. As you can see, July was a green month, but the volume was its volume is okay. The yellow line is the average volume, but still on the lower side. August almost halfway through, and it has almost come to halfway of July. What we need to see if it will go all the way to maintain that average volume. You can see on other months of August, and we can go to 2019 or something like that and look at July here. So this is July. This is July here. So very low volumes in July, in August, in September, and then huge sell-off in October. Let's look at few other. We can also see here July there was very low volume, but there was a huge sell-off in August, maybe some kind of a news driven or economic driven, and obviously we know that's what happened there. And let's look at again. So we can see here also August is usually a low volume month. So the big money makers, the hedge fund guys, they're on all summer vacation, they don't trade much, so light in volume. So it can be a retail trap, so trapping us that hey, the bottom is set here and we are gonna go back to our profit and bull run. So we don't know for sure. I'm not here for prediction, but just from historical data, that's how I see it. Want to bring to notice that we had a strong sell-off, and on a monthly basis we are not yet there on the overbought territory. We're still somewhere in the middle of oversold and overbought. So we'll keep that in our perspective. Let's jump into our weekly here. I'd rather choose a 3-year weekly. If I look at the weekly, we can see that that was the breakout there. So that was definitely the breakout. And it also broke out from that trend line. And that's an interesting to see how trend lines are predict the market. As you can see, this week it broke out on the trend line. Now, if someone was wanted to say that, hey, there was a breakout, I want to go long, you can as well very well see here that you just try to find out from here where are the other supports, and that is a area that is a good this top intel to say that that's a good area of resistance that broke out, so that should be tested, and that's 44085. And look what this week did. It came down 4085, bounced, and you can do something similar here also. It came down, bounced. So these trend lines are very easy to draw and help a lot to analyze the market and where the market is going. We are definitely on a bull trend here. So it came back and bounced. As of now, I have been uh, holding longs, and for every pullbacks I add to my longs, and I sold off most of my longs because we are getting to that area of 4300. So I don't have any position going into next week. Let's dive now to the daily chart, and I'm gonna remove this trend line. And looking at the daily chart, I'm gonna keep this trend line there. Do I see anything? We can draw another trend line here. We know that's for sure a breakout from that trend line. So that was a solid supply area, sorry, demand area, and you can see that there was a lot of demand there. This was the supply area where it took few days, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 8 days to eat away all these sell orders that were in this demand area, and then it started going up. So it's good to analyze that when you see that few days are within itself. That's so if the price starts staying at a area for a longer time, that means the trend that has made the price to come to that area, so here the trend is bullish, we usually would like to bank on that side of the trend. So if you think from this side when coming out, so let's say you missed here and the trend is bearish and it's been staying here for a long time, I would usually be bearish here and try every resistance area to add to my resistance for a swing, targeting at least this area here down. So I'm keeping that same thing in mind, and I did buy in this area and uh, took some position in this area, and I sold off that today. So keeping that, let's get into our hourlies and see what's our support area is going into next week. I'm going to start with 180-day hourly, 4 hourly to be precise, and I can see here this is a good support area, 4260. As you can see here, we went to 4260, we rejected that price, we sold off, and then today we broke out of 4260. So I'll add that as my near-term support. Now if we go further into our 1 hourly and look at here, so if you see 1 hourly, you can see it just broke out from that support area, and hopefully it retests that support. So if it retests the 4260 area, I'm going to take a long position targeting 4300. So I'll get out 5 points before 4310 or whenever there is a strong rejection. And that's around 40 points. So around 30 points or so, I would start trailing my long so that I can uh, not lose my position, my long position. If it does not retests 4260 and straight away starts going to 4310, I'm going to try a short in this area and with price confirmation. That means in a 15 minutes to 30-minute chart, I would want to see a strong rejection from that area. When it retests from the bottom, I'm going to take a short. And obviously, if 4260 is my target, and if 4260 is broken, I would leave a runner. And if it's broken, then I would, on the retest of 4260, I'll again add to my short targeting this area down here, which is 4220. Want to bring to your notice that in a hourly and in a daily we are overbought, so I'm expecting some kind of a pullback to that 4260 area, but we'll see. And this supply area is still not completely broken. This supply area was broken, but this is a bigger supply area with a very wide range. So it's 4120 all the way to 4300, so almost 100 points. Sorry, 200 points. And to really take away all the sell orders from here would be some very strong bull movement. If this really breaks out from here, then I would consider officially a breakout from the bearish trend, because let me draw another channel to show you where the official breakout should be. That's the wider channel, and that's the official breakout there, which is 4331. So if 4331 is broken, we are actually breaking the whole bearish move, and definitely a point where I will take longer positions, because then we are targeting all the way here at 4600 and going all the way to the top. So 4331 it's broken, 4495, so there are a lot of resistance, but that's definitely official breaking of the bearish channel. So I would take positions for long, but as of now we're not there. So going into next week, let me remove this channel here and declutter our charts. Going into next week, 4260, I will go into the hourly so that you can see a little bit more with clarity. Okay, there we go. So we are looking at 4260 and 4300, and those are the ranges that I will trade. And always confirm my trade with price action. I am biased towards the bull run here, but if there is a huge rejection and I need to reset my bias, will be completely open to that. Again, keep your stop losses tight, your losses small, and your profit large. Thank you for listening.